Hello everyone, I'm TG and welcome back to the House of Sleaze. Today we're taking a look at Knockback Becca. This is a fun little build that's going to make it so we can knock as many creatures back as possible and really stop our allies from getting bit, with the added benefit of letting us just stroll through enemies like it's a walk in the park. So let's take a look. Now for her Fever skill, I'm going with In the Zone. This increases the duration of Bulletstorm every single time you get a headshot by 3 seconds. Probably one of the most useful abilities with the August 5th patch. Next is the Linchpin. Sentry Stance, we're going to be using Impact. This greatly increases firearm knockback, and headshotting a creature during Sentry Stance removes every single buff they have. Kind of unbelievable. Next, we're going with Mind's Eye, which increases the chance of critical hits whenever the reticle is not focused, and that's just because I like to use the Quick Draw. And lastly, we are going with Creatures because frankly, I think it's the only one that's worth a damn. Precision is just too unreliable. So let's take a look at this equipment. We're using High Grade Ammo 2, Long Barrel 2, FMJ Rounds 3, and Hollow Point Rounds 3. So, High Grade Ammo is going to greatly increase your knockback even further. Long Barrel 2 is going to greatly increase your crits. FMJ Rounds is going to greatly increase your flat damage, and Hollow Points is going to greatly increase your crit damage. So we pretty much have the best of everything that we can find. This is a really balanced build, and our knockback is going to be out of this world. So I'm going to show you a match I played earlier using this build that was a hell of a lot of fun. I hope you guys are ready to knock back some creature bitches. Sit back and enjoy. Okay, so pretty low ranks all around, but you know what? Annette's got all of her abilities. Rank hardly matters anymore. Let's see what kind of fun that we can have here.
I cannot let you live.
I'm of course going with the Golden Girl, and thankfully I got my Quick Draw, so let's load up and leave these bitches in the dust. So let's just start things off with a little demonstration. You see that zombie had no chance. You know, a worse survivor really would have fallen to that worthy adversary, but not Knockback Becca. So it's looking quiet over here. This leads me to believe all the pieces are on the other side, or this mastermind really doesn't know what they're doing. I'm leaning towards the former. Come on, girl, give it all you got. Oh, sure, Tyrone. Steal the credit. Okay. Seeing some darkness, but not much of anything else.
Your continued efforts only place humanity in the must use state force. Then I shall.
Well, that zombie just didn't stand a chance.
I cannot sit idly by while you attempt to use that.
So I'm going to assume that the other side is just jam-packed right now.
Boy, ready to go. Steady.
Oh, nice try. Nice try. Very strange. It's too quiet. She's playing more like a Daniel than an Annette. And her zombies don't seem particularly thick, so unfortunately that's not the greatest showing of Knockback Becca's abilities. Whoa, jeez. Now the thing about this build is, even if you don't get a chance to go into your Sentry Stance, because let's be honest, sometimes you don't, you're still going to have ample knockback, you're just not going to get the debuffs.
We're still alive? Very well. Let us continue.
Well, that is that. Now, what I am interested to see is how the knockback works on bioweapons. I haven't had a chance to test it, but just based on what I've seen a lot of other Beccas doing, the bioweapons aren't going to stand a chance. And I've made a promise with myself long ago that every single time I play Becca against Annette, I'm going to do my best to take Birkin down. I haven't done it yet. I've taken all the other ones down, but not Birkin.
I had my 6-shooter, but this'll do.
Will this be the day? Probably not. So we got zombies out at the front. Very strange. Maybe this mastermind stuck a few patches ago. So we're just gonna blind fire. We got enough ammo. And I can say confidently that I hit absolutely nothing. Oh, you silly boy. Not a chance. So where this build falls a little flat is of course against an endurance Daniel. Because no matter how much you are stacking your knockback, you ain't gonna knock back endurance Daniel.
Not making this easy for us.
So you can see just about every crit is gonna have some knockback to it. And basically every attack whenever I'm in sentry stance also has huge knockback. Oh no! Just made short work of York. I went ahead and grabbed the key, cause fuck it. Oh, almost. There he is, his big daddy. Unfortunately, I wasted my bullet storm. So I'm just gonna go ahead and focus on the terminals. I'll get you next time, Birkin.
This is only the first step.
Now, unfortunately, like I said, this isn't the greatest showing of Knockback Becca, but really, I just wanted to give you guys a demonstration of how much knockback you can really get. Feel free to experiment yourself and use this build. I really want to know what you guys think about it. I think overall it's pretty helpful no matter what situation you're in, except, like I said, the Endurance Daniel. Becca, I find, is a valuable member of just about every comp.
2 down.
Unless you're going against maybe a Nikolai.
But I can make
Then again, most Nikolais these days have been running creature builds. So I'd say my team would have a Becca on it.
sufficient for this task, I believe.
It's playing these Daniel games.
I'm a little under the weather.
Whoa, whoa, whoa. Easy now. Looks like he's using a little bit of damage equipment as well.
Watching for you.
I think I'm getting in trouble here.
Now, personally, I would always opt for thicken that. But to each his own.
How do you know that this wasn't my plan from the beginning?
Whoa, whoa. Don't know where that ivy came from. Now, one important thing to note, with this new shotgun meta, Becca is still, I think, oh, for fuck's sake, Becca is still the strongest against dogs, I would say, because, at least whenever I play Becca, I don't use the shotgun, and the shotgun is just terrible against dogs. I always like to use the quick draw or an LE5. That liquor just could not take it. So contrary to everything you've seen in Resident Evil lore, liquors are really just garbage, and all you need is a quick draw army, and you can just hold it off indefinitely. So we got 5.5 minutes going into Area 3. I don't think Annette can come back from this, but then again, you never know. A lot of times, a lot of Mastermind builds are really Area 3 focused, and Annette is no exception to that. I've lost many a game against an Annette in Area 3. I think the best example of that is whenever I went into Area 3 with 13 minutes, and we just got absolutely crushed in downtown. So I'm sticking with the Quickdraw army, tried and true. Hasn't let me down yet. Sometimes I'll switch to the LE5 just because it's faster, it has a bigger clip. But Quickdraw is just too damn strong. Alright. Don't really know what that was about, but I'm sure it didn't have the desired effect. Now, do I want to say... Oh my goodness. Do I want to save my Bulletstorm for the core, or should I take Birkin out? Yeah, let's give it a try. Unfortunately, when dealing with Birkin, his hitboxes don't really make any sense. Sometimes headshots do extra damage, sometimes eye shots do extra damage. It seems to have almost nothing to do with whether or not he's enraged. Sometimes you just do no damage whatsoever. That's part of the reason why I haven't been able to take him down yet. I think Birkin is the one where you really need a team to focus on him. Whereas all the other bioweapons, Becca can just take her down easily. Birkin's health pool is just too big. Well, thankfully Jill's doing the dirty work. I'll go ahead and focus the core. Oh, look at those crits. Oh, those dogs just did not have a good fucking time.
Feeling confident, but I will not stand.
Here we have another pathetic licker. Give him his booty crits. So it looks like this Annette is actually using Ambush, and I haven't seen Concentrated Enhancer, nor have I seen Double Tough Zombie.
Easier to end this.
So let's just make short work of this core in here. I swear, these coughs come at the least opportune times. Oh, even the mighty Ivy stands no chance. There's something a lot of players don't do, I find, is wait until the reticle is fully focused on the quick draw. Now, I'm not going to do it this time because obviously I'm not going for precision, but it's pretty underutilized. The quick draw army does quite a bit of damage. Well, that answers my question. She's got the double detonator. Oh, give me that heal.
This is gonna be good.
Alright, here we go. See, that just shows that if you're using a quick draw, there's really no point of using the critical damage variant of Bulletstorm because you're gonna crit so often anyway, just because you're firing so many times, that it's really just more worth it to use a different variant. Now, just in case, you never know with an Annette. We're just gonna grab a couple flashes. Oh, Valerie. Out of my way, Licky. Oh, these damn dogs.
William, we must put an end to this terrible chapter.
See, the thing about dogs is, fuck them. Since the patch, they've just gotten much, much better. And now, more than ever, they are just this element of complete chaos on the map. that if you're stacking them, especially with Beastmaster, like this Mastermind is, they are just crazy. They're all over the place. And when they're infectious, it's just a nightmare to deal with. Oh no, Valerie. Valerie, I'm coming. Oh, that was bullshit. There's something that happens far too often. Regardless of how good your ping is, Neobor says no. No, you are gonna lag and you're gonna fucking like it. Oh, can Valerie make it? Well, as long as the net keeps spamming over here. If she just didn't spawn anything, there's no way Valerie would have gotten here in time. So, a little parting gift there. And that was Knockback Becca. A lot of fun to play and a lot more utility than people give her credit for. So as always, I'm TG. If you like what you saw, you know what to do. If not, stay sleazy, stay sexy, stay strong.
This is